Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. At this particular time, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title this video. But whenever I get a chance to do videos like this, it's to help you guys, because that's what this channel is about. Helping you guys and mainly giving musicians, and I stress people that already know how to play their instrument, just the chords. I'm not here to teach you how to play the chords while I'm giving you the chords. There's a difference, and that's all the more reasons go get formal lessons. You're not going to be able to become a good musician by just simply watching other people on YouTube that are musicians, watching their fingers. There's a reason why their fingers there. Instead, I'm just giving you placement, finger placement. Just try to memorize this, per song. It's much easier. Once you learn the format or learn how to play, you can play thousands of songs. Instead of just memorizing one particular song and you don't know how to play your instrument. And I try to discourage people from that because I know you don't know what you don't know. I mean, you don't. That's why it's always a good idea to go get someone to teach you what you don't know. Instead, I'm going to do this by myself. Then you come up with a way of playing that is unorthodox, and you're making right out the gate a lot of mistakes as far as learning how to play, as far as finger placement, how you put your hand on the neck of the guitar, how you strum and pick. Those things can be taught to you. That's how I learned. I went and got me, actually, in most cases, you go through maybe 1 or 2 former teachers, some 3. I went through like 3 of them before I found the guy that works for me. Because the first 2 guys didn't work for me. It just didn't. It wasn't making any sense to me what they were teaching me. So when I got the 3rd guy from the Conservatory of Music, I kid you not, he's very expensive and he was worth every dime of his time. I went and took one 45-minute lesson, and that was it. Because I had already kind of knew how to, handle the guitar. But when he gave me the package, he said, just study this. And when I got home and opened it up, I'm like, this makes sense to me. That's when the door got kicked down. Boom. And I never looked back. I only went and took one lesson from this guy. He taught world-class musicians. And if I would have continued, I would be much better. But I'm like, you're giving me what I need to start working on it to become a good guitar player. Because again, the system that he put together for me made sense. And then I just practiced it and got better, So from time to time, I get comments that I will do a special video for, because it's important for everybody to hear this that's starting their journey on trying to learn how to play the guitar. These videos are good ideas to watch because I try to give you or put you on the path of getting to where you're trying to go. Instead of you don't want to pay anybody, you can do this by yourself, and you get 50 different opinions from 50 different players who have 50 different outlooks and approach to the guitar. It's just a jumbled up mess. Instead of taking time out to pay one guy and learn, because no 2 people will teach you the same. There are a lot of open-faced jazz chord players. I'm not one of them. I play mainly bar chords, which is what I was taught from my instructor. And I like that because bar chords fill out the sound. Unless you're in the band and your job is just picking notes and doing little fills. I'll give you a good example. Freddie Jackson's songs are piano-based. Most of them were written on piano. The guitar is just flavor. And the guitar throughout those songs are just picking lines and just doing little fills and double stops. That's it. It's rare that you'll find a Freddie Jackson song that's the guitar is carrying the tune. And you got to be able to make that distinction, and you make that distinction by being taught how to play and how to approach it. Because, when you're given an original music like, in a professional studio and I'm a professional musician, they give it to me and say, okay, put your stamp on it, baby. This is what we want you to do. And you put your stamp on it. Instead of I get a walkthrough of exactly this is what you should do on your guitar, and you learn that from learning how to play your instrument, And I'm going to read this comment because I think like I said, this is helpful for you beginners. I did a cover of Diana Ross Upside Down, which was written by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards of Chic. And of course, Nile Rodgers is on guitar. And let me just say this. The majority of chic stuff is not difficult, from a chords perspective. Now, from a rhythm perspective, a little different because Nile Rodgers is one of the greatest rhythm players that ever walked the planet, okay? So being a beginner, you're not going to nail his stuff to the letter. It's just not going to happen, It don't happen that quickly because I've had people tell me, teach me how to play this Ernie Isley solo. If it was that easy, dude, we all be playing like Ernie, okay? There was only one Ernie, and there will only be one Ernie, And what you need to know right out the gate is you mimic the people you like because that's how you get started. I want to play like that dude. But then you quickly start to work on your own style, your own stamp. You don't want to be a carbon copy and a super clone of another dude. That's why I don't do solos, because that's a personal effort to me. I'm not trying to capture the essence of another man's creativity. I got my own. So I'm going to put my own stamp on it. That's why I don't touch solos. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and spend 3 hours working on another man's inspiration or his feel, his take. It's a waste of my time. That 3 hours could be spent on me, working on me and becoming me, creating my stamp, So, again, the Nile Rodgers stuff or the chic stuff is not hard at all from a chords perspective. I mean, they don't use a lot of chords, because there's some songs like Luther Vandross. I get through less, and Al Green, I get through less than, it's say for instance, a 4-minute song. I get through less than a minute of that song, and within that short time, a minute of it, I've already got 7 chords under my hand. Just in less than a minute, out and threw 7 chords at me. When most songs now, the whole song consists of 2 or 3 chords. Now, the chic tones usually like 4 chords, and that's it. That's the entire song, So I had a viewer leaving this comment. It's a great video, such a classic song. I'd like to donate if you could provide a more detailed breakdown. I gave you the chords. I mean, I can't give you no more of a breakdown. And I kind of know where this was going. I'm like, okay, well, and then I responded and said, sir, the chords are across the screen. I've given you what you need to go and run with it. And his response was, I was thinking more like a breakdown, the chords and the rhythm down for beginners. Beginners, okay? If you're a beginner, you shouldn't be here. You jump from the beginning to learning the instrument to now trying to play songs. You gotta learn your instrument first. Then you can play all the songs you want. But again, you don't know what you don't know. When you're a beginner and you're not out there trying to pay a qualified formal teacher, this is what you get. You get people that just out there aimlessly trying to do this. And of course, you'll be aimlessly trying to do this if you don't know how to do this and you got no guidance and you got nobody teaching you, And I stressed this, and my response to him was, sir, it's time to go get real guitar lessons, my friend. You're not going to become a real musician like us if you don't go get lessons. You will not learn the guitar just by sitting on YouTube and watching people's fingers. Trust me on this. You won't. There's no more I can give you regarding this song or any song other than the chorus. And if you're still struggling, it's time to go get lessons. And it's obvious you haven't went and got lessons, because if you did, if you got the chorus, like, thanks to, I just got to work on the timing and the phrasing, and that's it. But when you want somebody to give you a breakdown of the chords while you're playing the song, it's like, the purpose of my videos is just to give you the chords. They're right across the screen, and they appear on the screen at the time that the chord and the song is being played. That's the purpose of my videos. It's not to sit and, because there's some people on YouTube, they give you a breakdown. Well, here's the chord, the first chord, and you put your finger there and you put your finger there. I think you're doing more damage than good with that approach, because that's more like a cheat sheet. That tab mess is a poor man cheat sheet. If I teach you how to play a G major chord in the E position, that's it. You don't need me to go back and say, no, put that finger there, because you already know, because you've been taught that chord. If you were trying to play an E major chord wrote on the A string, there's a different finger and different voicing. And then you have to understand why there are more than one voicing. Because according to the rec, depending on what the player is playing, you want to try to play as close to what the player is playing, unless you just kind of want to do your own interpretation of this song on your own terms. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Because from time to time I get people to say, well, Niles did it like this. I'm not Niles. I'm not trying to be Niles. Niles played it here, and I don't care. I'm not Niles. And that's another thing when you are being taught formally. Right out the gate, your instructor emphasize to you that you're playing this guitar. Not your favorite guitar player, not Ernie Isley, not Eddie Van Halen, not Robert Cray, not B.B. King, So, again, from time to time, I do these types of videos to make the distinction between what you should be doing and what you're doing. And what you shouldn't be doing is just watching fingers on the internet and think you're going to teach yourself how to play guitar. What you should be doing is going to an instructor. He gives you the basics and give you a format as far as how to learn and approach playing the guitar. And you just keep practicing, because once you're given those tools, you just practice them. Like the gentleman that taught me at the Conservatory of Music, he gave me the rules, and I just had to practice them and get good at doing it, because that's how you get better. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Okay, another day. Go play. Go play. Keep playing. Keep playing. Keep practicing. Practicing. You get better. You get quicker. You get more accurate. Because my biggest issue when I first started to learn was I was not flawless. And there's nobody that's 100% perfect, but it's like you want to come as close to the record. And what you got to remember about the recording, they didn't go into the studio and just played it once and it was over. A lot of times it take 4, 5, 15, 20, 30, 100 takes. That could take 5 hours. So what you hear is 5 hours worth of effort versus just a 4-minute record recording. Because, you're under the perception that 4 minutes was just 4 minutes. You went in and played for 4 minutes and you're done. No. You made a mistake. The mixing wasn't right. The volumes wasn't right. The effects wasn't right. The feel wasn't right. Certain phrases you stumble over. You was too early. You was too late. You missed it. You keep playing until you get it perfect on the record. But the average person have no idea about that. When I first started doing production for hip hop artists, I had these guys, and they were some bad boys. They were twins. Matter of fact, I've seen them maybe about 6 months ago. And this was like 30 years ago when I first started working with them. They were under the impression that they were going to come into the studio and spend 5 minutes on a 5-minute song. I'm like, dude, we're going to be here for 3 days. We're going to spend 8 hours here 8 hours today working on this. Then you come back tomorrow, we spend another 8 hours working on this. Then probably the last day we put it all together. But they didn't know that. You don't know what you don't know. They just thought you come in and for 5 minutes and you're done. So no, you're not. Because they's like, we're planning on going to the park today. Well, you better cancel your plans, because this is work. You're coming in and putting in 8 hours, but again, you don't know what you don't know until you experience it, and you experience it by being taught, and still, again, aimlessly trying to learn stuff, and you have no structure on trying to learn stuff because nobody taught you. I stress, you get what you pay for. When you don't pay nothing, you really hardly get nothing. When you pay somebody for their time and their effort, it's money well spent on you. That's an investment in you. You're investing in yourself to become a better player. And I know people don't understand this, and that's why I post videos like this, because this is how you understand. Someone tell you, it's like, okay, I got it. Because I didn't know. I had no idea how this gets put together. Now you know. And now you're in the process or the journey of learning to become a really good musician. Because I'm going to say this and I'm signing off. Because, I have a tabbing service, 2 song minimum, $15 a song. And you don't know what you don't know, because they have people that send me a list of, could you do these songs? Sure, but you got to pay me. I don't have 2 hours out of my day to give you for free and 50 other people. They don't know that. I get over 100 requests a day. And then when I send the majority of these people to the link to get it started, as far as this is what you got to do, $15 a song, 2 song minimum, don't hear from them no more. So basically what I've been told was, I don't want to pay for it. Well, don't ask for it, My father had a saying, you being a grown-ass man, never asked another grown-ass man for something you ain't willing to pay for. And that applies to grown people, not kids, but grown people. It's like, well, I'm going to ask for this, and I hope I get it. It's like you and 99 other people ask. And this is not a nasty or negative statement. It's just the reality, because there's some people that don't. So I'm sorry, Moose Man. I had no idea that 99 other people had the same idea I had today, and asked for something that they're not willing to invest in to learn, because again, I know the people that ask me don't realize that it's not that they come in with the mindset, I'm trying to just get something for free. They just don't realize that 100 other people ask, and it's not fair to the people that pay for the tabbing service that I do this for you for free and charge these other people. But again, it's up to individuals just to express and let people know, because you don't know what you don't know. Again, the majority of people, their intention is not to try to get something free. They just don't realize that 99 other people asked, and each project is 2 hours of putting it together. So if I had 5 or 6 people in one day, like I said, to get 99, that's 2 hours times 5 people. I don't have that kind of time, free time to give to anybody, and I'm sure that you don't either. But like I said, as far as the tapping service, I stressed, I said, before you send me any money, as far as the songs you want to learn, run those songs past me, because some of them might be doable on guitar. They just don't sound right, because I've had people that do this piano ballad, this piano song. Now, there's some songs that you can do a rendition on guitar, and it works, and most of them don't. That's why they were written on that instrument, because they sound better on that instrument. So, I stress to the people that's interested in learning the song, run it past me first. And then once you get the thumbs up, submit the money, then we get going. Every blue moon, I get people to just send me the money and send me the songs. And most of the time when that happens, I still can do it. 99% of the time when that happens, I can do it. But that 1% is like, should have run this one past me first, because I had somebody send me a song, and I'm not going to name that name of the artist, because I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but I'm like, this guy's one of the greatest blues players that ever lived to me, Robert Cray. BB's good. BB got the crown because BB was first. He got granddaddied in. BB don't even know how to play chords. Now, I'm not trashing BB King's playing ability by no means, so don't interpret it that way. He was a tremendous talent, but he was extremely limited, and even with what he did that made him famous was not all that great. He ran the same scales, the same style of soloing approach to every single song. And again, I'm not trashing BB. I'm just telling you from a technical standpoint what he did and what he couldn't do. There's some people that can do everything. They pick well, they strum well, they do lead lines well. Ernie Ivy's one of them. We think of Ernie as a tremendous solo guitar player, which he is. He's also a great rhythm player. He's also a great picker. Ray Parker Jr., great finger picker. Playing classical and acoustic guitar style. All across the board, they covered it, But BB was extremely limited. And Robert Cray to me is like rings around BB, But someone sent me, a request to do one of his songs. I'm like, when it comes to blues, they're doing a combination of chords and lead lines together. You can't separate one from the other. If you're going to do a Robert Cray song in that style, you got to do the lead stuff as well as the chord stuff. And as you guys know, I don't do the lead stuff. It's just something I don't want to do. I can do it, but it's just not my forte. I'm a chords man. I like to play the balls and the meat of the song instead of just the sprinkling of the song, as far as just like guitar picking. But to each his own, because with gospel, the guitar player don't do too much but picking. It's the piano and the organ holding the fort, holding it down, baby. It's always been that way. That's been the format of gospel music. Just like with rock music, the format is the guitars is covering the meat. There's really not too many piano stuff going on in hard rock tunes, if any. The guitar rules in that style of music, just like the piano and the organ rules in gospel. So somebody gave me that, and it's like, I can't do this, man. It's like, what you want me to do is to teach you to play like one of the greatest players on the planet. That's not something that I can do. I can just give you the chords that are being played, but in some songs, it's not just about the chords that I give you, it's the style. It's like, okay, here are the chords, but the way that this guy's playing it, can you play it like that? But there's some people, and that's one reason why you need to go get lessons. They have no idea where they at skill-wise at this point. You're not going to be a beginner and start playing Ernie Isley stuff, okay? There might be 2% of people on the planet that can do that, but most likely you're not one of them people in the 2%. I'm not. So it's like you got to have a realistic expectation of what you can do at this particular moment. Because again, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't be trying to tackle Ernie Isley stuff. You shouldn't be trying to do hardcore jazz stuff. It takes years of studying and practicing to do that and do it well. But again, when you don't go get formal lessons, you have no idea what you can do at a certain time. When you're a beginner, that's what you are. You're a beginner. Start practicing on beginner stuff and start building. Instead of, I pick up a guitar, don't know how to play it. I'm too cheap to go pay somebody to teach me. I think I'm gonna sit on YouTube and learn how to play Ernie Isley and play jazz phrasing and chords, jazz open phrase chords. That ain't gonna happen, But again, YouTube is a good tool, but it also can be a hindrance because you got people that are trying to teach people who can't play themselves. And I'm not trying to be negative, but it's the truth. I see people all day on YouTube, can't play, don't know what they're playing, and they trying to teach you. It's like, that's a recipe for disaster. And again, I'm not trying to be negative. I don't ever leave comments on other channels when I'm watching when it's not right. I'm like, that's not my job to tell you that you're doing it wrong. Who am I? But you do got some people that they bask in it. They love doing that. They love being negative. I can put out one video, and out of that 100% of the video, I got maybe 1% that's not perfect or good. I'm going to get caught on that 1% and still praise on the 99% that did good. That's the mindset of some people that are haters. They live to come here and find reason to trash your channel. And I noticed that within 6 months of doing this, because I've been doing this about 6-7 years now, and I said, I'm going to try my best to do it to the best of my ability to eliminate any kind of negativity, because it's just hating, it's jealousy. Because I know somebody that were kind of critical on my plan, and when I did this particular song, I'm not gonna mention no names. The name of the song, I smoked the solo. I got no response from that person. I'm like, okay, that's my sign of approval, because when it's not 100% right, I hear from you. So the fact that I didn't hear from you let me know I smoked it, which I did. And I hate that they took that particular solo down. Because that was just one of those moments I was feeling. It's like I won't be able to do this exactly again. And sometimes you get one chance and one moment to do it and do it right, and you never are able to replicate exactly what you did. That was one of those specific videos. I smoked it. I got no response from that guy. Like, okay, well, that let me know I did it right. But I'm going to end it, and sign off now. Again, just comment, go get less. That's how I learn. I'm a professional musician. That's how I learn. There's no way that I can be able to play at the level that I play just by watching somebody else, not understanding what these people I'm watching are doing. You just watching and trying to memorize every single song, every finger placement on each song. You gotta have to have a brain the size of Canada or Texas. It's still I learned the basics, the fundamentals, and I take those fundamentals and apply them to all these songs, because all these songs have the fundamentals in them. They're already there. I already know how to do this. They're already here. I just do what I know how to do, and I'm done. So until next time, thanks for watching and take care.